Hello, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. I'm talking fast because we hung out for a bit and we have a shortened session. So to get stuff in, we're going to get it in. We are expurgating and like fast forwarding past a few scenes to get everyone together. But because the last few sessions hasn't had the entire crew, let's go around the horn and remind everybody of who is playing. I'm going to start from the left-hand side of the character keeper, heading towards the right. Oh, this is a Star Wars game. And it's like in the description of the stuff, so hopefully you'll catch up. Steven, go first. Please introduce yourself. Remind us about your character.
Hi, my name is Steven. My pronouns are he, him. I'm playing Corporal Jody, J0D1, whose pronouns are she, her. We were elevated to corporals at some point during this game, and I'm excited. Um, and she's all about freedom for droids, freedom for other peoples, and is just trying to get this job done so they can deliver what they need to the Resistance.
That's right, and what they need is a droid brain to help with defense of one of the bases, the base on Obos. Kay, welcome back. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi, yeah, I'm Kay of the she and they pronouns, and I am playing Siren Mad or Psy, he, they. He is a formerly enslaved Zygerian scoundrel that's kind of like a bit of an everything man. He can do medicine, he can pilot ships, he can also stealth steal and is a fucking sniper rifle murderer. So, whatever you need, he's got most of it.
I like stealth stealing a lot, so it's good that you're in the party. Next up is Andesh.
Hello, I'm Anders, he, him. I'm playing collaborator Breck, she, her. She likes to punch people, and right now she's pretending to be Scorpion in order to trick silly noble girl into helping us do whatever it is we're doing, which Jody has planned out much better than Cola has.
And then last but not least, welcome back, Greg. It's so lovely to have you here. Please introduce yourself. Tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm Greg, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Shan, also he, him pronouns. Shan is a hacker extraordinaire who has somehow escaped imprisonment. We talked about it a little bit, called in, he could have named that character a little better. Uh, Called in a favor from
And Drenjor.
and thank you. Um, you know, maybe saw me.
Drinderder.
I'm not sure. Saw me
Fallbit.
on the
Let's just call him Fallbit.
yeah, he Fallbit. He called in a favor and made an imperial transfer, right? Because he's with the Empire, and now I am somehow on this on Procopia in
That's right. You guys are on
the
Procopia.
capital.
When last we met, Kola and Jody took on the mission of trying to find a way off of Procopia. Procopia is the capital planet of the Tapani Sector. It turns out that when you arrived here on the ship that you normally fly upon, the Vosentas, that it was high political season, and all of the nobles of Tapani of any stripe have arrived here on Procopia, which meant the security was extremely high. Now, Captain Mac had committed to getting Nanem somewhere else and left you because you all assured her it's fine, we'll find our own ride off of the planet, no problem. Kola and Jody went separate ways to try to find different avenues of egress, of ways to get off of Procopia because security was so high. Found out that the easiest way to get off of the planet would be to ride one of the automated haulers. The automated haulers are all under the control of what's called a harbor master, a particular droid who is incredibly loyal to nobles, and the nobility does not ask questions. And you realized, hey, can't bribe them, But if a noble were to give a writ saying, put these people and carry them off, don't ask any questions, then the harbor master would follow those orders. After asking who might be interested in signing such a writ, Jody approached a noble in need, a member of House Cadrian, Rikus Kilran, participated in an unauthorized duel and killed Aled of House Barnaba. The two had been rivals for many, many years, and Rikus lost his cool, challenged Aled to a duel, and before he even had the patience for anything to be set up, drew on him, fought Aled, and killed him. There was a friend of Aled, Rodri. He, also a member of House Barnaba, fled and Rika said, "Hey, clear this up for me so that Rodri would not finger me for an unauthorized duel, which will totally get me not only in trouble but probably killed. I'll sign whatever you want." And so, with that bit of preamble, we pick up with Jody and Kala in the front of a speeder, one of the cool speeders with the cool windshield, like Luke's speeder. I always thought the like glass windshield was super dope. I remember as a kid I had a little like die cast Mattel made brown land speeder, and I broke off the little thing pretty quickly because I'm rough with my toys. Nothing that I had as a child ever survived toy wise, because I often would take my GI Joes apart and like put different bottoms on the tops and stuff. It was crazy. I'm like, how did he get Destro's arm? Who knows? So like that, but Star Wars. Two of you heading towards. There is another noble who has somehow joined the group, Baronet Mala Duval, who keeps calling Kala Scorpion, as we had heard in the intro. And Mala discovered at some point, as you guys were racing across the ocean towards this island estate under the Barnaban control, discovered that Sai was in the back seat, and so scritched it, just kind of scritched his neck, and he allowed it. Um, and as the speeder comes closer, and you get to see this wonderful estate that Rich found that thinks it looks totally dope. So I'm going to make you look at it. It's cool pictures of a place that actually exists. Supposedly, this island is $200 million. I just guess that that's true. I'm sure the AI didn't generate any of this. Um, yeah. So as the sun is setting, you're racing across. And as you come closer, you see that it has one of those kick-ass infinity pools. My God, those things are amazing. And then you come to closer to the infinity pool, and you see here is Rodri, and Rodri is seated at this table with Shan Hedsard. What? Somehow Shan escaped, or Shan has a twin. I could go either way. And at this point, I just put that out there so that Greg can make a decision if this really is Shan or if Shan has a different twin. I don't care.
I think
So,
it's actually Shan. Yeah.
okay, it's actually Shan. Thank you for like killing the suspense,
Sorry.
Greg. Wow. This is why I'm running the game, because I know how to build suspense. And Greg is just like truthful and like definite about wanting to play his own ass character. So you notice that. And I now put it to you as you are coming closer. You know that they probably have some defenses, but Barnabans, they're not big on having big honking guns. Um, how is it that you wish to evade their defenses and come closer? What do you wish to do about the fact that you see Shan chatting with Rodri?
So this is a question for me.
Sure,
Yeah.
if you want to answer it. It's for whoever's in the
Yeah.
speeder.
So I think I stopped with Cola. I don't think I've clocked that size in the back yet, but I stop with Cola and I lean over and I'm like, okay, Shan's there, you know. Oh. So I don't, do you have a good idea about what, you know, you just want to go in and shoot him, right?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. We should shoot them, Scorpion.
Let's not let's not start a bigger fight than we need to. We're just here for one guy, right?
Great. So I think at this point I flick over to our comm channel that we all have. Shan, are you on comms?
Shane, you're currently sharing some Alderani ale with Rodri, or at least it doesn't taste like Alderani ale. I don't know if you've ever tasted it, but that's what Rodri's telling you.
Ah, excuse me. Sorry. Don't don't know how they're reaching me here, and just kind of bangs the comm link. Uh, yes.
Um, Great. So we see that you're talking to our guy Rodri there. Um,
I'm sorry. You know Rodri?
well, um, I think you
Hold
just need
on,
to
let's
kill.
pause for a second. I just wanna headcanon. Greg, are you imagining that Shan's comm unit is like out loud thing, or do you think you have an earpiece?
Oh.
Is Rodri hearing this
Oh, no,
conversation?
it's yes, absolutely, because I've got the
Okay,
classic.
see, yeah, we
Yeah.
got the classic. All right, cool. I just want to make
Okay,
sure we were all on same
so
page there.
this is audible to Rodri.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Okay. Uh, um, I see that you're in contact with Rodri. Let's get the job done. We'll be there shortly. And so that we can all leave.
Oh,
Just so the listeners know,
yeah, yeah.
Jody is saying the job, you need to kill this guy
Right,
so we
right.
can all leave the planet. But Shan doesn't know anything about that.
Nope, nope, not at all.
Exactly.
Uh, oh, let me see if I can clear a pad.
Um, Rodri says, puts down his little wine glass. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Gets up and starts trying to
Whoa,
walk
well,
away from you.
No, Rodri, it's okay. These are old
Then starts
friends.
running. What do you do?
Rodri, I'll just beat feet after.
Awesome. Uh, you are a bigger guy. Rodri is probably has a smaller stride, but does not want to be captured by you. What's the plan? Would you tackle Rodri to the ground?
No, I'm gonna like we're like running. I'm gonna like try to like grab his wrist, right?
Okay,
Um,
let's put it to a contest. I think we'll call it a moderate difficulty.
all right.
Yay, dice are hitting the
Uh,
table. I gotta go to dice, I think.
Dice roller. What is this? This is
It's exciting dice. You're going to build a pool.
brawl.
What is this? You probably are doing something physical. Could
Yeah,
be a dexterity here, but also it could be brawl. I think brawl works perfectly fine if you'd like to roll those three dice.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Don't forget, you can, if you wish, spend character points one for one to get yourself more dice. Um,
I'll spin a
yeah,
character point. Why
okay,
not?
fun.
Um, four dice. One, two, three, and the fourth. What do we say? Moderate.
We did a 15 or better.
And I got a six on the woo woo die. Whatever we're calling that
Ooh,
one.
Destiny die.
Destiny. Woo woo.
We have never called it the woo woo die,
With a
nor
woo woo
shall
die.
I. Never
Okay.
shall I, but that's okay. You can put that in the notes for future improvements to HyperspaceD6 player faced 1.62. Anyway, that is successful, and not only is it it's success that you get a six on the Destiny die, so I think what I'll call is the destiny. He does not call out for security. There are some folks here who have blasters and the like. So you snatch his wrist, and he looks at you, and
Ro
that's when he looks across and sees the speeder. This is a setup, isn't it?
Rodri, no, this isn't a setup. We both know Fulbert.
Yeah.
This is other operators. I'm so confused. Have you done something terribly wrong?
No, not at all. No, but I witnessed something terrible. That's why I'm here. That Fulba told me that I would be safe here.
We're all safe. Everything's fine. I'm sure it's just a misunderstanding.
Are those your friends?
Yes, I would trust them with my life. You should
So I
trust
think
them with
meanwhile,
yours.
Cole is driving the speeder, right? And Jody is pulling a bead on Rodri.
Yeah, wait, you're pulling out a blaster like right
Yeah,
now?
you got a blaster as the speeder's getting closer. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Rodri relaxes and he like shuffles a little closer to you, but he says, I think that's is that a blaster?
If you want to take that shot right now, Jody, that's appropriate.
No, no, no,
It's
you're right there. You have a much better chance of getting this taken care
oh,
of.
oh, of killing him. Okay,
Oh
got
yeah,
it.
yeah. This is just to back you up.
And Mala says, Scorpion, throw a thermal detonator. You have one of those?
I'm driving.
I
Or
think
would
Sai
we?
just like go for it.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Sai just like turns to like distract her so she stops bothering Cola and like turns and like presents his like head, like chin up head like gives scritches.
She's interested in that, but also is hoping to like multitask. So yeah, she oh yeah yeah
Yes.
okay okay. And she stops yelling as much, but still like no we got to kill the guy, right? That's our mission. This is so
Gotta kill the
annoying.
guy and not get killed.
Does we got to kill the guy and not get killed? Does that come out over my comm? Is your comm still hot?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rodri's eyes widen. He kind of tugs a little bit, but he used to have hold of his wrist.
Yeah, I tightened my wrist. What what exactly did you see, Rodri?
Rikus killed my friend Aled. It was murder, pure and simple. He'll call it a duel, but he did not observe any of the forms. He just attacked him. Ali made fun of his like whole uniform. It's very gauche.
And and for this you need to die?
It's a death sentence for Rikus if his unauthorized duel is discovered. I don't know Ulrich, but my understanding is that he's very concerned with the forms and rules of our people. Uh, are you taking the shot? Or are you going to
Uh,
land?
Jody?
Because yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds like
so
you were
Jody's
hesitating.
no, no, Jody's waiting for Shan to finish the job, and we're getting closer and closer, and I'm backing him up, and I think we get, we stop, and I'm like, do it over the comms, do it.
He shakes his head. No, don't do it. What do you do?
Jody, I think we have a miscommunication about what the plan is.
Oh, maybe, but we all know that. Okay, I don't know how you got here and how you got involved, but we need to take care of this guy so that we can get off and get back to our friends.
Well,
It's
it,
the mission.
yeah, and Shan still holding on to Rodri's wrist. We'll
Rotris.
we'll turn right. Are we like we're like at the two ends now of the infinity pool?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's fun.
Okay. Jody, he just witnessed this. It's something illegal. Why does he need to die?
I think Sai's sniper rifle is now out.
Is that
Is that true?
Yeah,
You guys just gonna snap off a shot?
Yeah, if that's if
You're
that's
a cat
okay
of
with other
action.
people, like in terms of like gameplay, I want to make sure that like people are comfortable with the fact that my character is just gonna be like, hey, y'all are
yeah.
talking
yeah,
too long. The objective
I,
is to
I'm
kill here.
I'm okay if you want to take the shot, side. Go for it.
Yeah, Sai's gonna take the fucking shot. He's like, y'all talking too much. We're here to
I
kill
was
some.
gonna
Okay.
do it otherwise, so please go ahead.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. With your scope and your sniper rifle, this is an easy shot. You could pull this off. You only need a 10.
Oh, Jesus. I'm so sorry. This is gonna end poorly for this person. I don't even think I'm not even gonna use anything to bump my dice pool. Okay, why are you being obnoxious? Clear. Too many dice on here, is that why? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need one of you to look a little different.
There isn't like an interfere,
Oh my
right?
God. Oh my God, it happened. I rolled several ones.
Yes! Yes!
Amazing.
Not on the whatchamacallit die, Rich.
Woo woo
I see,
die!
I see, I see. The destiny die is not
It's
a
a dead.
one. That is
Wow.
incredible. Um,
It's Rodri's
Maybe
not meant to
sigh at the
die.
last second. You have just this bout of conscience as you see, you look through your scope into Rodri's fearful eyes as he looks up at the sniper rifle. He tugs just gently once at Sean's hold on his wrist, and then the blaster shot just slides like it slices across his cheek and burns, and boom, there's a statue that explodes behind him because blasters like does
Yeah.
damage, right? Um, and now klaxons start to go off. Bleep, 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 bleep. Um,
What the cark are you doing?
Let's get
I'm
out of
with
here. Grab him and let's get out.
cool. So is this
Uh,
like speeder? Are you like coming down into this little infinity pool patio type area? I'll show us again just so everybody's on the same page with what it generally looks like. I imagine he ran across, was caught here, then something back here exploded when Sai shot it.
Yeah, I'm driving down there just to make it easier to get Shan on and him on board.
Okay. Boom. Boom.
I
The
would
speeder comes down. Rodri's pulling frantically, trying to run away.
I would like to punch Rodri in like the jaw, just like a knockout punch,
Ooh,
trying to
fun.
subdue him, not kill him.
That sounds interesting to me. Give me a brawl roll. We'll call it
Okay.
easy. And if you're successful, he's KO'd.
Okay.
And if you're not successful, then
Might get away.
trouble will
All
happen.
right. I'm not gonna add my character points to this, so hey, it's a 12.
Hey, boom, pop, and she's big guy. This guy, and uh, falls. Do you let him hit the ground or do you actually reach
No,
forward to like
I'll grab him and like, but like with my back to the rest of the crew. Like, no, we're not
so nobody will
killing
like
him.
pop a shot at
Like,
him? That's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, cool. As you carry him towards the speeder, it's going to be a tight squeeze. Um, you hear the thundering boots of some guards running your way. Um, I'm going to ask Kay because you're our Barnabas expert.
Woo!
What um odd choice about the fashion of these particular guards? It's very like uh oh shoot, what is it they call the like Paris
Avant,
fashion
oh,
thing
like
when
haute
it's like
couture.
really avant-garde? Like
Avant, haute
Couture.
couture. Haute couture.
haute couture. What haute couture aspect to their uniform catches everyone's eyes as these two guards come up and try to bring their very
They have
odd
the
blaster
most,
rifles?
yeah, they have the most incredible visors. Like they're
Awesome.
asymmetrical and just look dope. They're like in the House Barnabas colors also.
Nice. And they have their blaster rifles, but they're made to look ornate and ancient. And they snap them up, and now they're gonna fire on you guys. Yeah, are the visors non-functional? Are they just ornamental?
Um, I think they are functional. At the end of the day, I appreciate the solid, Greg, but Ulrich is a little more brainy than that.
I mean, does Ulrich have that much reach that fast though?
That's true. How long have they been married? What is the timelines here?
Less than a year.
Less than a year. Okay, yeah, no, then they're non-functional because Ulrich hasn't fixed them yet.
Okay, cool.
They'll be in the
So
one
they have a
shot.
little thing that moves around like it's supposed to be a targeting reticle, but it doesn't actually target anything. It just kind of swoops a little bit in a vector graphic style, and the one of them actually flips the visor up because he's like, by the way, ChatGPT, when I was asking a question for a totally unrelated game, it used carking in the response, and I'm like, oh, cute, nice, good job, ChatGPT. Wrong setting, but good try.
So Jody's going to get out of the seat that she has, so that Shan and Rodri can get in, but pull up to the back of the speeder so she can lay down covering fire as we leave. Cola,
Sweet.
get us out of here.
Everyone on board? And then I don't wait for an answer. I just take off.
Boom. That sounds awesome. Please give me a roll to uh escape. I keep trying to mess with the way I pronounce escape.
I will do that. This sounds like drive.
Yeah, they're firing at you, so if you want to avoid their shots, I'm going to call this difficult.
I would imagine
20s.
you get an extra dice from Jody laying cover fire.
Yeah.
That seems appropriate.
Yeah. Then I have 5 dice. Difficult is 20.
It
Right?
is.
I will spend a character point for extra die. 4, 5, 6, 5. 22.
Wow. And what was our destiny die? A 3? Okay, sweet. What does it look like as you zoom away with the two visored guards firing at you?
I think I just hopped the infinity pool, like just skirting the edge, and then up those stairs we saw in the back, and across the other lawn.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Um, and then because I need to work on an expurgated timeline, you guys are zipping away. You racing over the ocean, the beautiful unconscious form of the trusting but foolish Barnabas noble who you have absconded and haven't killed. Rodri lying in across near Shan, and what the other noble, your hanger on, Baronet Maladeval, leans in to call his ear. Why does the robot call you Kala, Scorpion?
It's just a nickname. Uh, why are we not killing this guy again? Completely ignoring
Why
my.
are we killing this guy again? What is going on, Cola?
And Jody, go
Jody
ahead.
knows the plan. I don't know what's going on here.
So Jody's firing from the back to make sure that there's no pursuit, and says Shan, he has to die so we can get off planet. The only way we get off planet is if our contact who hired us to kill him um uh is lets us off planet. Says
Well,
it's okay for us to get off planet.
Why don't we just ask him to give us a
yeah.
way off planet?
Thank you. Voice of reason here with Sai. Why do we? This is not a person without means.
So if we do that, then we burn our contact here on this planet, as well as the let me find the name of the person, as well as the noble that he Salvatore and Rikus, both are out for us. I
And
mean,
who is she? And Shan points at Baronet Malataval.
she's a hanger-on that, likes the excitement of being around Scorpion.
Yeah,
Hanger on.
what?
What? This is very offensive. Scorpion, defend
She's a
me.
baronet and she can't get us off planet?
I didn't know you wanted off planet. I thought you wanted to murder this guy.
You're a baronet?
Yes.
I did not come up with this plan. This is Jody's plan. I'm trying to follow the plan.
Jody. And like Sai just like says your name with like a really like Jody. You're better than this.
So, either this guy dies and we blame the death of Adrian on Rodri, or we have to silence Rodri in some way, or we're we burn the resistance contacts here on this planet with Salvatore and Rikus.
Okay, well, before we keep we kill anybody in cold blood here, um, can we at least ask Rodri if he can get us off planet? Maybe Rodri wants to get off planet too.
How, the Baronet, how is he getting you off of the planet?
Uh,
It's a whole thing. Morn, what do you think of this like a skill run guy?
I, Scorpion, I have a ship.
Have a ship? You
Well,
you like have a ship?
I have several ships, but I have a ship here.
You have a ship here. You want to show the gang your ship?
I want to show you my ship, but since you're part of the gang, yes.
Cool. Let's go see the ship. Anyone else want to see the ship?
um, Scorpion, there are some places that our baronet might not be privy to going.
That's fair.
Ooh, do you have a private layer?
So, yes, let's go see your ship. And you have, if I'm not mistaken, we've used your cybernetic implants to communicate before, right? Silently.
I don't have cybernetic implant.
Oh, I thought you did. Okay.
Uh,
No.
Shan does.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. Okay. So then Jody will send a message to Shan on the down low and basically say, so now it sounds like we killed the other noble to take her ship. I mean, or steal her ship. Maybe we just steal her ship. But she knows too much about us. This is a mess.
And as Shan will say out loud, this is a mess. Um, all right. I say we go see the ship and maybe we don't kill the unconscious person.
Yeah, maybe we don't need to kill anyone to get off planet, apparently.
Jody, how upset will Salvatore be? Because according
Mm,
to what they're saying, Rikus will be executed for their crime. So Rikus is a non-factor, but it's the connection with Salvatore we do not wish to yield, unless perhaps Rodri can offer us a better connection.
Um, I think you see the lights on Jody's eyes kind of blink for a little bit, and she's thinking, and she goes, "All of this could be fixed if we can blame Rodri for Alad's murder. If then it's out of the way of Rikus. Rodri doesn't, blab anything and looks guilty. Suggestions?
Someone who just got out of prison, I don't think I love the idea, but it's better than
They won't
killing him.
imprison them, they'll probably kill them.
Well, at least gets a chance. I'm not opposed to it. How do we frame him? Like looking at like making sure he's still unconscious.
He's out.
Well, we could start hearsay rumors, and if he runs with us, it looks like he's guilty. Um, oh, it would look even better if we could plant like the murder weapon in his quarters, which we don't have the murder weapon, and
And we don't have time for a convoluted, tricksy plan. We need to leave now.
So why don't we just
oh,
uh message well name.
Message.
Why don't we message Rikus to get the item planted? We will take them with us and drop them off somewhere else on Good Scratcher's ship.
we don't need to plant that item. And I reach over and I grab. Rhodey's wearing a cloak. Does he have a weapon?
He does not have a weapon.
Okay. Does he have a cloak on?
Oh, does anyone think it's interesting if he has a light foil? I wasn't sure if he would be a dueling
Probably
type.
if he was a hanger on with the other guy and they were all
That's
doing.
true.
Yeah, they would.
He
I
They
probably
think
would.
he was
has
his
never used
second.
it, but to look cool, he has one.
It's not. It's not a super good one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly a showpiece. So
I mean,
he has a light foil.
do we care about Rikus?
No, but he
Oh,
will owe us if it looks like he will owe us and our friends if it looks like Rodri took Aled out. So we'll just make a small detour on the way to the Baronet's ship to the location where the duel occurred, and we'll leave Rodri's light foil here, and that way it whenever the officials come to investigate, they will think it was Rodri, especially since he ran away with us. And that's probably the best we can do, and that doesn't burn Salvatore or Rikus.
cool. Let's do that. Do I turn here?
Nice. That's great. We do a quick screen wipe, and you guys are now walking into. I'm biting off of the. If you remember in Tatooine, the way they had hangars that were like open to the sky, and they're in the round to one of those. And I have a cool picture for the ship that you are approaching. Oh, that's not the best version of that ship. Hold on. Let me. Unfortunately, this is a as if it were in flight, but oh, hold on. Um, there we go. Okay, cool. It is a sleek uh freighter. This is its general design and color schema. It actually does have guns on it. It is in really, really pristine shape, and with great pride, the baronet says, Scorpion, this is Vox Serica. That means the silken voice in an ancient tongue, I think. And she
Sweet.
clicks a little button on a remote, and the little gangway closes down. Scorpion, you're not going to let them murder me from my ship, right? My father would be
No, no,
so
of course not.
angry.
We're not going to murder anyone, apparently.
Obviously. I thought you were a lot more dangerous. I was expecting more murder and mayhem. I'm not disappointed yet.
Well, show me around the ship, and I think I'm kind of like gesturing to Jody, like get this fixed. I'm distracting her. That's kind of my job now. So
Yeah, so
Sad.
I'll go see about trying to get the destination plugged in um and uh get ready for takeoff.
There's an
so we
astromech
need to.
droid like attached, like it's built into the ship. It's not mobile. It kind of sort of is the ship, but it also is its own unique thing. It greets you amiably. Greetings, J0D1. Where would you like to go today? I see that you are authorized by the Baronet.
Um we should head in the direction. Well, and I give them crap. Okay. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have to
do
figure
you
this
give
out.
them the directions to the Oba station that is supposed to remain hidden?
We give direction to the house next door to the Opa station.
Oh, ah, there has to be some safe place where we could take and make a two hop, right? So we can go to this place. I don't know the Tapani sector or anything like that, but we'll go to a place that's like a safe house that then we could get back to the resistance.
That
So that's a
works.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense to me that you would have something in a system nearby that could be a rendezvous point. Um, and the Baronet, of course, shows Scorpion, like gives you a quick tour. There's a little med bay facility. There's also a really expansive entertainment area. There's a cool bar, and then on the next level, there's another cool bar, and they're like MASH, but slightly different colors. and she complains about one little particular small factor that is not to her expectation. And then she takes you to her quarters, the captain's quarters, as she calls them, even though you don't know if she actually flies the ship because it is currently actively taking off, and she seems to think that's perfectly fine and doesn't
Yeah,
even ask.
yeah. I follow along, and um, I'm trying to stay focused on her and what she's talking about, and not trying to not worry about everything else.
There's a lot to worry about.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and I think, uh, um, no, actually, let's say that. Yeah. Oh, so these are your quarters. Fancy. Um,
Thank you. I'm glad you approve. What is it that your crew does?
oh, this and that, pillage, plunder, um, uh, ravish beautiful maidens.
Oh, interesting. Uh, okay. She
Mm.
just okay. And she will see if you're good to ravish. Um, and we can
Do we need a cut there?
cut
Shan
away
is
from
okay.
there.
I think
Yeah,
so.
cut away from there.
Shan,
Awesome.
Shan, Sai, help me with this. And Shan is like, taking our
Mhm.
unconscious guest, Rodri, to the
Yeah,
medical facility.
you're like, help me with this, and the first thing Sai does is go into Rodri's pockets, and
God,
see what's in there.
you know what? Fine, fine. And Shan just like puts him up on the medical table. Um,
Yes,
we
I'll
need to,
help push it along on the medical table as he's going through the pockets,
yeah.
Hmm.
looking
Can
for things.
Shan is like, do you know? Can we wake him up?
I don't know. I got here around when you did. I wasn't with Scorpion and Jody when they.
Why are we calling her Scorpion?
I don't know, but it's fun. Starts with an S. We like S. S names are good. It's close to my name.
Scorpion
Shan is
sigh.
gonna look through the medical tools and
If
find
we just
something
get
to
Jody to change Jody's name, we'll all be S's.
try to wake up Brotree here.
Sai, you find credits, idents, and the most interesting thing that is in Rodri's pockets is an orb that I'm not sure if Sai has dealt with perfume orbs, but this is
Mm.
a Lomaxian perfume orb. Um,
Uh, he takes the credits and the the credits and the perfume orb, but the idents those are identification pieces, right?
correct,
So he's gonna yeet those outside the ship. So it looks like that. So his idents were last seen in a shipyard, and his
with the
cloak
light
was
foil. Yeah, okay.
the yeah, his light foil is now at the scene of the murder. Then his idents were found outside of a shipyard. Like, yeah. So he's gonna yeet that for more cover. And then yeah, pocket the other stuff, and then actually help and say, Shan, I do not know. I was looking around Procopia, and I found them in the speeder around when you did. I just climbed in, and then the Baronet was there, and she was calling Cola Scorpion, and it didn't seem like a time to interrupt and ask why.
All right. Well, Rodri helped get me out of jail, so I feel like I owe him. Um,
Nice. You can you were seeking
yes,
to wake Rodri up. Maybe you give
yeah,
him a little
I
little
put the credits
like
stimulant.
back.
a hypo of some kind of. I'm sorry. What did you say, Kay?
Sai puts the credits back when Shan's like, I feel like I
Oh,
owe him. So he puts the credits back. He keeps the
oh,
perfume, but he puts the credits back.
that's fine. And Shane has his blaster out, like trained on Rodri. All right, just listen. I'm gonna walk you through this. The good news is you get to live. Now, you are going to be framed for the death of somebody. Alder? Does that sound right?
Khaled, my friend?
Alid. That's the one.
I
You're going to
don't
be framed for. Mm, you get to live. We have left your saber foil there. You're on the run. You're with us now. This is uh this is the Silken Voice ship. We're gonna drop you off. Where are we dropping him off outside of wait, where was our rebel base again?
Ah, so, Obus base, if I remember correctly, is, and now this is where I'm starting to get nervous that I have it in other notes. So give me a sec. Let me find it.
Is it in the free
Da-da-da.
worlds or is it somewhere
No, it
else?
is not.
Okay,
It is Obus. It is in the Melantha province, the Shindra system.
gotcha. Okay. We're gonna drop you off in Melantha space.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna reiterate, this is how you get to live.
Understood.
Okay. Puts the blaster down.
Cool. Uh, Up from that scene,
Yeah.
Rodri's not going to put up a fight when you've got a blaster trained on him. Jody, we should name the Silken Voices Astromech. That sounds fun. Um, but I'm not going to worry with the name about it right now. It tries to engage you in conversation, trying to understand what is it in the Shindra system that interests you. J0D1.
We have friends there that we're going to be visiting. I need to understand your capabilities. Can you tell me more about your schematics and what your abilities are, to fly the ship, and where your restraining bolt is?
Oh, the, it is very helpful, and turns out that this is a pretty advanced system. It's not quite to the level of the droid brain that you guys have
Mhm.
procured, but it is very good at plotting hyperspace courses. You see that there are subroutines programmed to take the safest route possible.
Um,
And it shows you where the restraining bolt has been placed. It's like right there on the console.
Great. So I think, you know, I start telling it some things. This is, we are trying to make sure that we can all remain free and give it some resistance background. Literally, like uh reading some of what's the right word, tenets and stuff like that. But then it's not going to be that receptive until I get rid of that restraining bolt. And maybe once we land, I'll see about that.
J0D1, I need to inform you that uh, Baronet Duval's father is contacting me.
Oh, okay. Um, I will let the Baronet know. Um, for now, tell him that you're contacting, that you're trying to reach her. Yeah.
Understood.
And I'm going to go find her and Scorpion.
Okay. Well, we'll say that you find them in her quarters, in the
Oh,
captain's quarters.
okay. So,
After, like they're just,
or I knock and the door's locked, and I'm like, "What's going on? Your dad's calling. What would a what would the father of a baronet be? Baron?
yeah, you'd be a baron.
Okay.
Which,
I think the Baron is calling. We need her to
oh,
get on the comms.
Daddy's going to be so angry. I wasn't supposed to leave the planet again. I just got so swept up.
Don't worry, we're just having a little adventure. You're
Shouldn't.
old enough to go off planet by yourself, surely.
That's what I keep telling him.
I'll have the ship reroute the um call into your quarters. Oh, can I see you now? Is the door open?
Yeah, yeah,
Sure,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
door's
Okay.
open. Yeah, you get to.
Okay. Um,
She's pulled the covers up, right, and she's seated up and looks nervous.
Cola's behind her, like,
okay. So in that case, I'm gonna go back to the ship and tell the ship to say, um, that um the baronet is resting. She's had a hard day, and can I take a message?
Then little uh hollow comes up on the display right there in the console, and you see a gentleman who's wearing a kind of stylish half cape, and he's dressed in all black because that's the whole Melanthan style.
Uh,
And you even see, like in Arabesh underneath, it says Baron Owen Baw, BAW.
okay.
Mala, you must return to Procopium. I don't care if you're resting. You have 1 hour, and then I am engaging the override to bring you home. Whoosh, and it winks out. You are about 3 hours away from Obus and the rendezvous point in the system.
What's
So
an
I'm gonna
hour from here? Oh,
What? Okay.
never mind. Let Stephen go.
no, go you go ahead first.
I was gonna say, what is an hour from here?
Oh, let's take a look. If what is an hour from here, we'll pop to the Tapani sector. You are trying to head all the way up to the.
If we're in
So
Procopia and we're going to Shindra, we're not going far at all. It's just
that's
one jump.
true.
Yeah.
So you probably
But we're
could.
actually not going to Shindra. That's where our base is. We're probably overshooting to like
Yeah, you're
Rhiannon.
overshooting. Yeah, you're going to the Rhiannon system. Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. That's correct. So you could stop somewhere in Shindra, which means that you'll be very close to the Obus base, but also very close to where you want to be. So up to you.
So I get on the comms with Sean and I say, Sean, I'm gonna need your help. And I think we're gonna work. I'm gonna suggest we work on removing the restraining bolt and convincing the ship not to be put into override.
Override? There's an override on the ship? Oh, this is such a mess. Um,
This is why you shouldn't have left us.
Shan will like go down the hallway and like sees a baronet with like the towel wrapped around her, like I found you. Starts pulling up the bulkheads.
He's very smelly, Scorpion. I do not like him.
I got out of
yeah.
prison. No,
Shan's
That should make
fine.
him cool.
Let do you have a kitchen or something here? I'm starving.
Ooh, I do. I have an auto chef. Come.
oh, she's not going anywhere. Do you have an override code?
If I had an override, why would I override my own
Have
ship?
you heard somebody
Oh, are you
say an
talking about
override
Daddy's
code?
override code? Oh,
Yeah, Shan's
yes.
like pulling out the. Do you have anything? Has anybody ever said a code to override anything?
You, Scorpion, if he keeps going into the ship is going to defend itself. I just, I don't care if you know if you care about this tech.
It's gonna what?
It's fine. Shan knows what he's doing. Um, and I shoot a look at Shan like, you do know what you're doing, right? And and we'll just let's check out that auto chat. I'm sure it can make great Alderani toast.
I think Sai drops down from the ceiling next to the baronet, at her other side, like
Mm.
hanging from his tail, and says, "Before you do that, sorry, Scorpion. Uh, what can you say to your father, or can be said to your father, that would not let make him override the ship to take you back home in an hour? Because he just said he's gonna do that.
Yes, Daddy, I'll come back to Procopia.
Daddy wants you back on Procopia now,
There's some
even if
trade
we
negotiations, and he wants me to be part of it and to flirt with the opposing trade partner's son, and I hate him. He's terrible, and he burps all the time. It reminds
Oh,
me of
sounds
your
like
Shan,
Daddy
and
wants
I
to marry you off.
So what can
no.
we do? What can be brought up to either embarrass or upset him or put him in a way that he will not want you near the event? Why don't you call your father and tell him in extreme and vivid detail how much you detest this trade boy and maybe throw your arms around and cry and say that you will throw a fit if you have to go near him?
I have? Why don't we just keep going? I'm sure that your tech Shan can do something to make this still work. I don't want to go back. I'm having fun. This is the best. Come, we're going to have some Alderani toast. And she just blows it off.
I'm gonna Sai just goes to go help Shan because God fucking damn it.
Okay. Um, looking at time, does anyone have an important scene that they wanted before we start to wrap things up
We
for
What's
can
the
do
our
the
what's our early
12,
time? Is it 11 or
12:20.
yeah.
Uh 12:20 is
okay, gotcha. So we got
So
about 30
12:20
minutes left.
Eastern.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, 12:20 Eastern, sorry. Yeah, so like 30 minutes.
Okay, we got 30 minutes. Okay, I thought you had to leave an hour early.
No, just 20 because of shenanigans ensued, so I am good.
Hooray for shenanigans. Okay.
So I think the
So
plan here is to I'll remove the restraining bolt and talk to the droid and try and convince them to help us because
okay.
helping us will be helping him. And Sean will try and fix the override.
Disengage. Yeah, I'm gonna try to and
So
figure out what
let's
the heck it means by the ship will defend
yeah,
itself.
the ship has internal defenses against anyone trying to override the override. Also, the restraining bolt is affixed to core systems, so there's a possibility of it defending itself not by its own volition. So, you know, evidently this stuff's disappeared on this fine Baron before. So Baron Owen Ball has had uh contingencies installed. I'm curious, Shan, if you can override those overrides. This sounds fun and not at all dangerous. I'm lying. It might be a little dangerous.
What's our difficulty here?
I'm going to say that if you want to get through clean and with it still being operable on the other side, this is very difficult.
Okay.
Only a true technical genius could pull this off.
Ouch. Ouch. Um,
What? If you hit the dice, you can call yourself a true technical genius. Who doesn't want that?
it's true. All right. So I'm gonna go and is Jody assisting or are we just okay?
Yes.
Sounds like, yeah.
So that's
You
seven
also have your
dice.
force die. You have your force die. Just putting
Yeah.
that out there. You can double your dice pool.
So yeah, I think I'm going to. So
That
I'm gonna
doesn't
roll
help you, does it not double the help
the
die?
help die.
Yeah.
Right. So I get 13 dice at that point with the force die.
Because the 25, that seems statistically fine. But you should build a die pool you're comfortable with.
I think we're okay with
Listen, I rolled 3 1s last time.
I
That's
know. I
true.
know. All right, here we go. All in.
All
Um,
aboard. Here we go. I'm so excited for this. That is so many dice.
that's a lot.
You
What?
literally doubled the difficulty.
I did.
Grandmaster.
Doesn't that do something? By tens? By
It
tens.
is. Yes, you did. So our by 10 is optional rule. If you exceed the target number by 10, it's on a 16, then you have achieved a critical hit. You can choose an extra effect based on the situation. There are some suggested options, but then I am open to others situationally. What do you think you do that is so incredible?
Okay. So I think that because our cover story, right, for um so many names, Rodri
I'm
is that
sorry. I
no,
can't
it's
help
fine.
myself. I have problems with names.
So yeah, I'm able to defeat the 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 things. It's a lot of
The
like
countermeasures, yeah.
yeah, and this is Melantha, aren't they the ones that were a little imperial?
Yeah, they're very, very
Yeah.
imperial.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like imperial cryptography that I'm very familiar with, right? Which is a little concerning to Shan. Um, but it's a space he's comfortable in. So that's actually relatively easy. But he did get a look at Rodri's idents before Sai tossed them out. And so uh Shan puts in that Rodri has stolen this ship,
Man.
further implicating Rodri in the death of Alda Alid. Um, and yeah, so I leave another little crumb in the bread trail here that doesn't lead back to us.
Okay. That is what you get with your splendid success. Boy, that was
And then
super
all the
worth
lights are
a
not orange
foresight.
anymore. They're like a nice happy blue.
Oh, they are. Yes, they're a nice, happy blue. That's great.
Shan, do you have time to look at my things now? Just like immediately after you finish this crisis.
Your things. The data crystal? The data cylinder?
Well, I have that, and I've also gotten more things. I now also have a code cylinder of ISB Officer Vena Elron, the data crystal. Oh, and a holocron. We kind of fixed it, but it also did scary things.
A hollow what?
Yeah, he like puts all three before and in front of Shan.
What shape is that holocron for the rest of my players?
Oh, yeah, it's like pyramidal
Pyramidal? Yeah,
red
okay, great.
glass in there. Yeah, it's fine.
Uh, where'd you get that?
Oh, Daddy has plenty of those. That's nothing. His work.
This one works. Scorpion helped me fix it.
Ooh, you worked with this scorpion?
I found it in a potted plant on he like looks back at the Baronet on the ship where you got caught.
I think it's adorable when you guys pause like you're not supposed to talk about things in front of me. I feel like I'm like becoming part of the group. This is cool.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
How
these
about
three.
that toast?
Honestly, I could eat. That sounds great.
Can you eat and look at things?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Cut to the mess hall.
Awesome. So yeah, there is a Sith holocron, Shan Hedsard, that Scorpion has unlocked somehow.
And a
It's
data quiz.
fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Shan's honestly not that interested in the holocron. Never seen one. Doesn't know what it does. I don't know. The cylinders though from the Imperials, those are a little interesting.
Need a code cylinder and data crystal.
Yeah. So the data cylinder is against the Imperial Code cylinders. They have relatively recent passwords and idents that you could use to for infiltration missions. This was what was procured from your when you went to the depot and stole a bunch of fuel. So it's not super high ranking, but is the kind of thing where you could get into maintenance entrances to Imperial facilities with these idents.
We should hold on to this one, Sai. We'll we'll
Right?
we may need this later.
And what about this one? Oh, this one maybe has a booby trap if you're not careful. He
I've had
points
enough
to
of those for today.
the code cylinder of ISB officer Benna Elrin.
This
Yeah,
is the one we lifted off of the officer during the inspection.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it is.
Uh,
That code cylinder has a significant amount of data. It's obvious that all the
yeah.
passwords have been like you could use them, but they've been tagged. Unless that ISB agent is afraid to tag it because of what is on here. But there are layouts for a variety of installations in House Melantha's province that the Empire has installed, as well as their ship manufacturing.
We'll this one needs some special care, Sai. Hold on to that.
Okay. I've been doing good at holding on to all of them and keeping them. Now, what about the third one? And he like pushes the holocron right in front of your face. It's like a cat knocking something off the table, except pushing it closer.
I I don't know what to do with that one.
It made me see bad things.
What did you see?
You don't get that information.
Then I suggest we get rid of it.
Mm, but, mm.
Or unless, and then Shan will just, ever a pirate, uh, point to the baronet, unless Mala's father would like it, give us a good price.
Ooh, maybe when you go back, what will you give me if I give this to you to trade back to your father so he won't be angry when you return?
He's going to be angry regardless.
But he'll be less angry if you have a present, and he'll think you took initiative.
I guess. I don't want to go back. You guys are interesting and you're dangerous. Oh, do you want some pork egg caviar? She like pulls
Um,
it out of a little freezer thing and offers you guys up some individually very painstakingly created caviar. I guess I
Yeah,
could take it back to him, but then that means I have to leave.
not now, but later.
Hmm.
Why do we need to get rid of it?
Chance had to.
well, I'm just, dang it, a miner speaks his mind. Cola, we are dangerous, points at Mala. She's not, and that's a problem.
That's a problem we can solve when we're not on her ship.
All right. All
It is
right.
really my ship now, isn't it? Because the override codes are over. We can do whatever we want. I'm never going home again.
That sounds
That's a
like
good
a wise
first step.
choice.
Sorry, what did you say?
Sounds like a good choice. You don't want to get married off to Burp Boy.
Ugh, he's the worst. And she'll go and like programs the auto chef to make some sweet breads with bergrufta reduction. She points out.
While she's away doing that, I lean forward to the others. See, this is why you don't let me go off on my own. I need supervision.
Speaking of off on her own, where's the hut?
Oh,
Oh, you go
Sorry,
ahead, Sai.
I could have been better planned.
No, you go ahead, Jody. You've been sitting quietly.
So Captain Mac headed off with the hut in order to do their own job.
Nom nom.
Yeah. We just kind of owed Captain Mac, so we wanted to make sure that they could keep flying. Yeah.
So Captain Mac is working for the hut now?
Doing jobs. I mean, I don't
Doing
know how
some jobs.
permanently jobs. Yeah.
Doing at least
Okay.
one, if not two jobs, I believe. Mm. Cole, why don't you want it gone? You seem very interested in my toy. Well, my special item, my shiny.
Sorry, I missed something.
Oh, so Size is looking at Cola and says, Cola, why are you so interested in my shiny? It's mine. You seem to be very interested in it. Do you want to trade for it?
Um, sure, maybe. And Cola's trying to play it cool, but I don't, I don't, I need to check. I don't think she's that sneaky. She's trying to play it cool. I mean, maybe.
Mm. Sai is suspicious. Cola's never been interested in his trinkets before. And now she's so interested in this one. And his eyes like narrow as he looks at you. Mm.
Side, nobody's interested in your trinkets. I don't even know what that thing is. Jody, is that what I think it is? Shan will point at the droid brain. I assume
Yes.
it's with you, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Um, yeah, we still need to figure out the droid. I still need to talk to it. It's not real happy.
It's not happy.
Well, yeah, we're trying to talk to it about we're trying to talk to it about doing jobs for us. Um, and it kind of kicked me out.
Uh, well, hopefully we can find a way to convince it. Sai, this thing is creeping me out. And Chan just pushes the holocron back to the middle of the table.
Yeah, I think Sai's trying to decide if it's worth trying to pick it up again because last time it gave him bad feels, but Cola's so interested in it, so there's got to be like curiosity is getting the cat here. And I think Sai will, yeah, Sai's gonna reach out and take it again, cause and start like turning it in his hands and looking for like buttons or things like that. Because
Uh-huh.
why, why is Cola so interested? She doesn't give a shit about my trinkets ever. Uh, it just, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, are you trying to work it like a puzzle? Are you trying to connect with it? What are you trying to do?
I want to try to do what Cola did, because she had it when she was fixing it.
What is
And
it that Sai thinks Cola did?
oh, yeah, what did it look like you were doing on Dash? What Cola was doing?
Um, Good question. So it's a pyramid shape. Um, think there are some controls that are like um, uh, part of the pattern because there's some filigree or something, whatever you would call it, like a metal grid or something, and there are some controls that are part of that, and I was fiddling with those, and I think there were some parts that were stuck or out of alignment or something, and I was and I fixed those. I was using probably some fine mechanical tools of some kind.
Good, take your time, Rich. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, no. Instead of fine mechanical tools, he's just gonna pop out his claws and use those, start manipulating the little filigree. That's what he's gonna do.
And Cola is like leaning back, pretending to play it cool, but she's and just watching you out of the corner of her eye.
And Shan, you're eating?
Yeah, Shan's eating some
Okay.
caviar and sweet bread. That's what
And
she.
Jody, I think, is still talking to the ship droid, kind of eyeing the droid brain a little bit. Um, Trying to figure out, her next direction. Um, yeah. So,
If we need to stop in 10 minutes, maybe we. Does this feel like a good point to end the scene, or
Let's see how long Rich takes.
yeah?
I think this is a good point for the scene. Um, I guess, is there anything else anybody else wanted to see while once Rich gets back? Did you have any scenes in mind? I'm
Uh,
assuming, Sai, that you want to open and cause shenanigans with this
yes.
crazy pyramid.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the
and
thing. I
that'll be a
want to.
good stinger, but I wanted to make sure, yeah, I wanted to see if anybody else had anything in mind.
That's valid.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I'm trying to think if there's anything like are we dropping off um Rodri? Or
So,
are we actually taking Rodri with us? Or, that can the opening of the holocron should probably happen in transit, right? But
We should probably have a chance, but we're definitely dropping off Rhodey. We don't want that attached to us. We can't keep that.
oh,
yeah.
yeah, but we're not keeping the ship. So I figured, why don't we can ditch the Baronet and Rodri. They can go off and do their own thing and cause
Yeah.
problems for each other.
Hmm.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
works. But the ship makes fish.
Sorry about that.
That's
Cool.
No
all good.
problem.
Everything's okay.
All right. Not sure where we're at, but I stepped back to hear the ship makes fish.
So essentially, Sai has popped his claws and since instead of using fine tools and has like slotted those into the places on the filigree to try to realign it and set it up like Cola had.
Oh, fun. That sounds interesting to me. Let us see how that goes. Let's put it to a roll, see if you can properly align it. Um, I could see this being just a straight up test of dexterity. It could also be something where you are trying to, we don't really have a puzzles type thing. Yeah.
Okay, so is this
It also
Dex?
could be your perception. You could base it off of your perception. I don't think we have any skills that really link well to what you're trying to do that I see.
Yeah, whichever you choose. You are GM.
Sure, let's go perception. And it wants you to understand, so this roll is easy.
Oh shit. Ah, we get force points back when we complete missions, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm just gonna send because we're gonna complete this mission for this one next one. So I'll use that force point because it's gonna refresh. So that is 66.
Hold on, just so we're clear, it's a difficulty of 10.
Yeah, but isn't this just gonna refresh when we start next session? So I might as well.
Our mission is to deliver the droid brain, and we
Yeah.
haven't made it there yet.
That is
And
true.
we're like a planet away, and it's taken like 2 sessions for us to get there. I'm just saying,
That's
Yeah.
fair.
spin it if you want it.
You guys often seem
No,
to find
I'll
side
get. Yeah.
quests.
I'll get five. I'll do 5d6 by spending a luck point.
What's a luck point? Oh yeah, that's right. You have that weird edge
Yeah,
luck.
I
Okay,
have
cool.
edge. Yeah. Sorry, it's a character point, but it's luck character point, so I
I
get
guess you
two.
the edge. Yep, got it
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay, so 5 dice.
Okay,
And I rolled 3 1s last time, Rich.
I understand why you would
I'm
be
shy now.
cautious, but
I've been
someone rolled a
shy.
50, so
That is true.
my God, all those sixes. With oh, okay. It was select. It was actually displaying them all as sixes. Okay. I was
It
looking
always
at the last
displays it as
roll,
the
but
highest
yeah, but you have to
amount. Yeah.
click it. Yeah, got it.
Hey, that's a 20.
That's a mighty fine roll. Awesome. Sai, you under like Cola, you're watching Sai do this, knowing what was unlocked for you, not worried about it at all, not jealous.
I mean, it's not the situation where I could just grab it and run. So I'm trying to. I'm just hoping she doesn't, or that he doesn't figure out how to do it. Maybe it's not going to work.
Yeah, maybe Sai will be. It turns out no. It moves in a couple different situations. Actually, shifts in ways other than how you did it, but ends up in the same um, configuration at the end. And then you see a light open up, and it lights up the room in this deep crimson. And as it begins to unfold a story, the ship immediately jerks very hard, and you hear several klaxons going off. Jody, the astromech in control of the ship, informs you that a gravity well was detected, and for precautions, the ship has dropped out of hyperspace. And that is where we will end this session.
Crazy.
Cool. I think 2 character points for everybody for your shenanigans. And let's quickly go through our session 9 wishes. So remember, the next session is the last session.
Mhm.
So let's talk about wishes. Who has wishes?
I'll
I wish.
start.
No, go for it.
Um, I hope we get back. But yeah,
I wish for a season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Uh,
hope some of us survive whatever this is.
yeah, I too want to see the mission. I want to get back to the rebel base. Um, but I'm definitely enjoying where we are. So,
I,
Cool.
as a
and I
player,
also I
I'm
want the
not overly concerned about getting back to the rebel base.
I want
It
the
would be
Baronet
good,
to
but
yeah, I want the Baronet to find out that Cola is actually named Cola and not Scorpion. I want that reveal.
Oh,
I want
she
it to
she
be real.
has. She has. She actually asked Cola, why do they do that? Oh, and then she kind of blew it off. Like, oh, ignore
Yeah.
that. That's fine. So she's hoping, well, her wish, the NPC's wish is that someday Cola will allow her to call her Cola instead of Scorpion, because that obviously is what the cool kids do, is call her Cola.
Cool.
So that is the Baronet's wish. Sweet Greg, you went last with wishes. You go first with stars. Did you have any stars?
Um, I, Great session. I loved it. We made it nice and tight with the shorter timeline. I loved the arguing in the speeder on the way back of like, they're not gonna kill him. It was great because we were just kind of free form. Yeah, went for it there, and then I did love the what happened to the hut, and then all three of you going, oh, simultaneously. That was lovely.
Cool. Then let's move up the chain. Andesh, any stars?
yeah, super fun session. I love that this got so messy and we still kind of pulled it off. Maybe we're not sure yet, but yeah, that was super fun. Fun to have a bigger group again. It was great just playing with Steven. It's always, I mean, it's fun to have the different number of players. Last session was also super cool, but it's fun to have the bigger group again as well. Yeah, hoping for action-filled finale.
That's the hope. Kay, any stars still left out there?
For sure. Star to you for the dialogue of missing. Like what Sai like how Sai missed. Like it wasn't just like, oh yeah, nope, you fucked up even though you're really good at this thing. Like there was some really fun spin on that I appreciated. Also, love the shout out to Ulrich, my baby. One of my many babies, and so cool. Also, star to Jody for just no, it's murder. It's murder in time. No, Shan, logic? No, murder in time. We made a deal already. Follow through. It was so good. Cola Scorpion fucking betting this baronet and just playing spy while also being incredibly unsociable is hilarious. Um, and Greg, so good to see Shan back. So fun to play with you. And yeah, I've been like, if you look at the other wishes, all my wishes are just like show items to Shan, show items to Shan, show items to Shan. So I was very much like shove, 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 shove. It's happening. I'm very happy to have that done, or mostly done until next time.
You got it. Steven, bring us home with any last stars that are out there if you have any.
Yeah, this session was really good. I'll echo things that most everyone else said. It was good to have everybody back together. Um, and I really appreciated, the flow of the story seemed to go really well, and that, Shan didn't know what was going on. We figured it out. I liked that we could work off of each other and, figure out a way we didn't have to kill this person to get off planet. I think I'd said maybe it was one of my wishes from the last session was I want us to get done with this and then realize that, oh, the Baronet could have flown us off any time. And that was fulfilled without anyone really knowing about it. So that was great. And I really liked the interaction that everyone had with Shan fixing things, and then Sai, just I'm gonna go mess around with stuff, and especially Under's you going off with the Baronet and keeping her busy. That was a lot of fun.
It was a interesting session, not what I expected. I actually had a like how is Shan gonna get out of jail subplot planned in case that's where we went, which did involve the Pirate Queen. So that's fine. The Pirate Queen can show up anywhere. That is not a wasted effort. I just have a drop of a hat of the hat picture that I could throw up later. I was really happy with my Google search result for a cool looking starship. That is a great YT freighter. I love that thing. Like now I have a wish for a game using that crazy YT freighter because I thought it looked so neat.
I also like the house that you found. That was very, very like, oh, these people have a lot of money.
Oh, can you show us that again real quick?
Oh, no, not easily.
Okay, never
Close
mind.
those tabs. I'm
Send it
sorry.
send it to me. Send it to me later.
Of course, I will
Damn it.
happily. I'll find it and I'll
Because
send it to
I
you.
wanna save that for my stuff for Ulrich that I have.
Oh, that seems like an Ulrich kind of thing. Maybe this is that was an homage to Ulrich's actual estate or something cool like that. It was
Yeah, because we said yeah, Ulrich was there, and I imagine it's just one of the like high noble estates that the Barnabin, lords keep here for this place. Just
yeah. I think it's yeah, it may say Barnabin style. I think I actually did find it. So here we go. Boom, there you go. All right, awesome. Thank you all so much. This was a fun, very fast session. Like
yes.
I feel like we could have gone faster. It was wild. I'm not used to this, but it's good. With that, we'll bring this recording to a close. Thank you all for playing. Thanks for anybody watching or listening.